How you doing, everybody? Nan Salad reporting in for another episode of I Played a Thing, Demon's Souls. Last episode? I don't think I want to talk about last episode too much, but we did complete the first section of Boletarian Palace and defeated our first boss, the Phalanx. Doing so opens a number of the amenities of the Nexus to us, but the first thing that we're going to do is advance the story by talking to the Monumental. Believe it or not, I actually get lost sometimes doing even this, despite the fact that it's just upstairs in the Nexus. Not at all complicated. But there are a couple of secondary staircases, and sometimes I go up those, forgetting where I am, and that may in fact be happening even now. We'll find out shortly. Okay, nothing there I need. My god, I didn't remember this thing going up for quite this long. I hope this is... Oh, damn it. I think if I were online, this would be some sort of leaderboard thing here, if memory serves, but since we're not online, it's just a dead end. Okay. We can do this. We'll just head down and explore the landings one at a time. Balcony. Lovely view, but not actually useful to us. Oh, how silly of me. If I had stopped to look left or right for just a moment or two, I would see the Monumentals are lined up right here at the balcony landing. Well, we're off to a flying start today. I'm not sure if they're all asleep or dead or what's the story, but we just need to talk to the one with the only lit candle here. You're looking alert, and not a corpse. Let's have a chat.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is something thou needest to know. Once, we too, a scourge of demons faced. In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united, owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the Old One inside this Nexus and banned the soul arts. Finally, we became Monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other Monumentals have perished, and only I remain. Now it is your turn. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber, and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to accept this mission?
Well, it's good to know that this has happened before and was resolved at the time, even though it was a bit arduous. And as the message suggested, we are now able to visit the Archstones besides the Boletarian Palace one. The one of the giants in the north, that is the smashed one, and the unused content on the game disc shows a wintry land, snow and such, so that all matches up. Anyway, if we say no here, then it turns into a but thou must. If we say yes, though, the first time, I think we might get some kind of a shiny, so I'll do that.
Yes, we are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon. The Old One, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom.
I see. The Old One needs demons to feed its souls, and if we kill all the demons, then it'll want to take the souls from us because we've collected so many of them. It seems like kind of an optimistic approach, but the Great Old One, while powerful, perhaps isn't very bright. And hey, it's the only plan we've got. I assure you I can find my way down again. I would have found my way up a lot better if I had remembered that the monumentals were all on that landing and all I had to do was turn my head slightly, but hey, I got us there, didn't I? Sigh. Alright, now there are a number of things we can do at this point. We will first want to check out what's available to us in the Nexus before we go moving on to any further Archstones. So let's have a couple chats. Crestfallen, you got anything new to say?
Have you met the last surviving monumental? Those fools revived the Old One on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me.
If memory serves, the echoing quality of his voice is due to the fact that he's in soul form, so he has apparently died wandering out into the world and is just hanging out here now because he doesn't want that to happen again.
Still alive? I am impressed. This is something that might interest you. The Black-robed maiden of the Nexus looks after the flames. She's a morose type, with eyes occluded by wax. She can control souls like no other. Bring her the souls of men and demons, and she will embolden your flesh and blood with their power. But beware. Do not devolve into a foul beast.
The woman in black is our leveling up mechanic. Okay, fair enough. But we'll hold off on that for just a moment longer. First of all, we should probably repair our weapons.
Oh, good day to you. I can forge weapons for you, for a fair price.
Durability is not particularly harsh in this game, but still, things breaking is not the most gorgeous situation, so we will want to avoid it. Is it me, or is it a little more expensive in Demon Souls than it does in most of the other Souls-likes? Feels a little more expensive, but I'm going by my memory there, which is never reliable. Now, what did you have for sale? Do you have any shields for sale? The heater shield. I believe that is a bit better than our current one. Easy to handle, especially equipped by the warriors of the gods. Its use is widespread. Yeah, Could be worth a try, but I think I'm going to save my souls for now just to get a few more level ups.
Do come back alive. I need your business.
There is also something new we can do with Stockpile Thomas.
That hairpin, that belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask you a favor? Would you mind giving up that hairpin? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter.
Aw. We do have the option of saying no, but why be a dick about this? Besides, there's a reward in it for us. And yep, this pretty well confirms that one of the corpses that we cut down from the chains, one of them was Thomas's daughter. Not a very noble end.
You're a saint. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I mustn't forget. It's not much, but please accept this as thanks. I'm a bit ashamed to say, but I found it one day, discarded on the main road. But it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
Ah, the Ring of Herculean Strength. Can be useful, a little situational, but can be useful. What it does is it increases the amount of weight we can carry. And, as I mentioned in Demon Souls, everything you carry contributes to weight, not just the stuff you have equipped. We are also, while we're here, going to shove a few extra things into Thomas, mainly the clothes that we picked up, because there's no way to sell anything in Demon Souls.
I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
Okay, all our grass we can hang on to, as well as our consumables. I really don't see myself using the telescope much. It doesn't weigh much, but away it goes all the same. You can put the hardstone away. If memory serves, and for once I actually think it does serve, the items, the upgrade items that are stored with Thomas, you can actually use those at the blacksmiths even though they're not on your person. Which is rather nice of this game. Kind of a rare thing for this game to be nice. Extra weapons, away you go. Raggedy stuff, away you go. And rings are very light, and all of them are in one way or another useful, so we'll keep those on hand.
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Thomas. You're a prince.
Best of luck to you.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Meant to talk to him again.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch. If only something could be done to help her. If only...
I don't know if we missed a longer dialogue there somehow, but he's talking about the Maiden in Black.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
I love that line. It's so Thomas, sweetheart, that he is. What am I doing? Oh yes, there are also some new people around here. This one we met before, but I'll see if she has anything new to say.
Back in the time that I lived below Boletarian Castle, King Aland left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by demons and soul-starved madmen. My spine shudders just to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, a keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. If I did not have...
Alright, just a little more mood setting there, I suppose. These two are new.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain,
but was of no use to him. And now I have run away and abandoned his honorableness.
Saint Urbane, eh?
O Lord, punish me, for I have not the strength to punish myself.
Well, I don't really see the appeal of that, but your kink is not my kink, but your kink is okay.
Oh, you must be another disciple of God. I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth.
This is the fella who can sell us miracles and also allows us to set them up in our slots.
A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians, in the end, are mere servants of the demons.
Church people don't think too highly of magicians. Got it. I will keep that in mind. Anything else?
A miracle is that they have magician.
Nope, nothing else. Let's see what he has for sale. Heal is very straightforward. Antidote also does what you'd expect it to. I should probably go with the flavor text. A most simple embodiment of the power of God. Holy warriors embark on a lonely journey, calling upon this miracle. Very short one for antidote. A very elementary miracle relieves the user of poison. Evacuate. A new miracle found in Boletaria sends the user back to the Nexus. The Nexus binds powerful souls. This miracle pulls in that power. We're probably not going to use a whole lot of miracles, but Evacuate is one that can be useful to anyone. Problem is, it's really expensive. Well, maybe when we're flush with cash we'll pick it up sometime. As for Subdue Soul, that is also a new miracle found in Boletaria that subdues the user's soul, making them less detectable to Black Phantoms. The Black Phantoms that prowl the land of Boletaria are extremely dangerous and are the enemies of mankind and God. So this would be helpful against invaders in that they wouldn't be able to see you from as far away. Whether it works on NPC or monster Black Phantoms, I'm not sure off the top of my head. We have none, so we can memorize none. And he said all he has to say, but we'll keep him in mind.
I see. You wish to train yourself in stoicism. Very well. I pray we meet again.
Well, he's nice for giving us the benefit of the doubt and good faith, thinking that we're just trying to discipline ourselves. Wait a minute, no, that's this guy's kink. You get what I mean. In other words, he doesn't get too snippy at you for not buying anything. And here we have one more new arrival. Given the books and what we have yet to see that is open to us, you can probably guess what he's for.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from the dungeon of Latria. I will help you however I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone.
So we've now heard of two people who are beloved to the spell teachers, Saint Urbane and Sage Frake, but both of them are MIA. Well, no, Frake isn't missing, we know he's in Latria, but we're not really going to be well served by going after him right now. Latria at the beginning of the game would be a little bit of a handful.
Frake is a great sage who systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. By observing the state of Boletaria and the demons within it, he's likely to pave the way for greater things. All the more reason that I must meet Frake as soon as possible.
A researcher of magic and souls. I bet the church folks are not real fond of him. He's probably a great villain in their eyes.
All the more reason that...
Okay, that's all he's got to say. Let's see what he's selling. Flamethrower, which I believe is called Flame Toss in the Atlas localization. The flamethrower explodes upon impact with it. The flamethrower explodes upon impact with its target, causing fire damage. It is the first magic spell learned by town magicians, and if you do start as the magician class, this is the spell you get. Personally, I think Soul Arrow is more useful. Magic weapon, high-level magic that upgrades the user's right-hand weapon. Magically upgraded weapons have magical attack properties, making them effective on gold armor, which are harder to damage with physical attacks. In other words, your basic weapon buff. Could be useful for everyone, because I don't believe it's dependent on your stats. So, maybe we'll pick that up later. Protection. Magical protection is effective against both physical and magical attacks, so this is an armor buff. Or I should say a defense buff. As for hide, it subdues one's presence, making it difficult to be detected by enemies. Useful when sneaking up behind an enemy, or when trying to quietly escape. This works like the Thieves' Ring, in that it reduces the size of enemies' aggro radiuses. Radii? I'm not sure what the plural is there. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure if the ring and hide will stack. They might, but I'm not positive. Water Veil covers the user in a sheet of water, slightly reducing fire damage. Fire is one of the most common types of magic, and is also frequently used non-magically as a form of attack. This magic should come in handy often. Actually, not often. It's really situational. Also, it is basically Flashlet, the pyromancy. That's kind of interesting, by the way. Fire magic and regular magic are all in the same bucket here. No pyromancy in Boletaria. Finally, Demon's Prank is an auxiliary magic. Generates a loud sound in a far-off place. It has little direct effect, so originality on the part of the user is needed to utilize it efficiently.
I see. Suit yourself. Just ensure that you rescue Sage Frake as quickly as possible.
So, Mr. Low-Level Magician here is a little bit more of a sourpuss than the ecclesiastical contingent. Now, I know it's possible to get Ostrava down into the Nexus by rescuing him, and he'll be sitting on that bridge up there. He's not here, and I'm not positive why offhand. It might be that we have to rescue him twice before he shows up, and I am hoping that is the case, because Ostrava is a somewhat glitchy NPC. Sometimes he just kind of stops existing for no good reason, so I'm going to cross fingers that is not what has happened. Alright. Time to finally have a proper chat with the Maiden in Black.
Brave soul, who fears not death. Prithee, lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
The Blue Eye Stone and White Eye Stone. These are like the multiplayer stones in Dark Souls. Eye Stones temporarily connect the diffused worlds. Should you lose your physical body, I can't talk today. I can't talk many days. Should you lose your physical body, remember the Eye Stone. The Maiden controls inhuman souls. With this power, she may help those who slay demons. Again, she's our level up.
What is it? Dost thou seek soul power?
You better believe I do.
So be it. After all, thou requirest strength. Go forth, touch the demon inside me. Let these ownerless souls become thine own.
Touch the demon inside you? Are you coming on to me? We will seek some soul power in a moment. Let's see if she's got any interesting dialogue first.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here.
Okay, little bit of dialogue. Now let's see what we can do in terms of leveling.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
The Royal starts at level 1, so initial level ups are going to be very cheap. Now, she did say that a Slayer of Demons requires strength, and in our case that is literally true. I'm going to need to pump quite a bit of strength in order to use an item that I dearly want to use a little later. You might say, if you needed to pump a fair amount of strength, why in the hell did you start as the Royal? And the answer, honestly, is that it's what I always do, and I am kind of a creature of habit. Also, I like the goodies that the Royal gets at the beginning. But you say, it's not that hard to get a fragrant ring early in the game. And I say, yes, but we're not working with facts and logic here. We're just going through the same process that I always go through again. And damn it, I'm sticking with that. So strength it is. Let's see how many levels we can get. Looks like quite a few. And once we get this to where it needs to be, we can focus on our other stats. We are definitely going to want all the vitality and endurance we can get, and of course we'll need to take care of our attack and magic stats too. Well, I probably won't up my faith too much, don't really need to. Okay, all the way to 18 right from the start. It's not going to take too much longer to get to the 22 that I need.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
Does that accent sound familiar to you? If so, there's a good reason. The voice actress for the Maiden in Black is exactly the same as the one for the playing doll in Bloodborne. So apparently she's typecast as level up people. Now we have some consumable soul items. I'm gonna take a look at those. And see maybe, they're under consumables. And see if there's enough of them to get us another level or two. One unfortunate thing of this game being very prototypical in a lot of ways, there's no way to use multiple items. Although come to think of it, they didn't have that fixed by Dark Souls 1, now did they? Okay, looks like they're worth 200 a pop for the lower class ones, of which we have quite a few. And the hero ones that we have? 400. Not a big jump, but every little bit helps. Okay, that ought to be good for at least a couple more levels.
Thou seekest soul power, dost thou not? Then touch the demon inside me.
There you go again. Tempting, but I don't think this is really the time.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
I really do love her little mantra there. Okay, we've got our strength up to 20, so we will only need 2 more points in that. And after that, we can shift over to the attack stats. Well, actually, strength is an attack stat. I'm not together lately, am I? Anyway, and we can also focus some on vitality and endurance. Endurance in particular, since I tend to play my usual shield tanky style in this, we're gonna need all of that we can get.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
Urge to kill rising. I don't know why, she's perfectly nice, but somehow I'm feeling this strange compulsion. The first thing you'll notice is that she doesn't go aggro. She just calmly walks back to her starting point. She is the only NPC that is like that, to the best of my recollection. Oh, darn it, she didn't have any souls in her. Yep, stoned. Oh, perhaps not.
I'm sorry. I cannot die. Not while the Nexus binds me.
Oh, Nexus-bound twinsies. How exciting. Sorry about the perforation there, I just needed to show off that bit of dialogue. You understand, right? Okay, we have already burned a half hour just faffing about in the Nexus, so this video might end up being a little long, or maybe I just won't do the next Archstone in its entirety. There's one more thing we want to do while we're here. I'm having another of those strange compulsions. I didn't mean to actually get that high up, but I wanted to do a nice nesty plunge to commemorate my first of many Nexus suicides. Oh, and as you can see, the Maiden in Black moves around a bit. Anyway, the purpose for that is I am now in soul form, as you can see by my somewhat washed out appearance, and the fact that my max HP is reduced. Why did I do that? Because dying in body form in a level shifts its world tendency toward black. And because it's easier to shift worlds toward black, I'm going to hold off to do that after I do white world tendency events. So, if we get killed in the Nexus, it doesn't affect any world tendency, because the Nexus doesn't have any, so we can go out and die all we want in the actual Archstone areas. I think even the top of this first landing is far enough to kill you. Not positive of that, but we'll find out next time I need to do that. Alright, we have lots of choices now. We can do the first section of any of the other Archstones, or we could do the second section of Boletarian Palace, and that is what I'm going to do. It's certainly harder than the first section, and harder than perhaps a few of the other first Archstone sections. The fourth Archstone there in particular has a pretty easy Section 1, but I'm going to stick with Boletarian Palace for now because it is a reasonable, modest bump in difficulty from 1. And it just moves us a little closer to filling out our first Archstone. And they are named after the boss that put them down in death. The Archstone of the Demon Phalanx is past the huge Boletarian Castle, or the huge Boletarian Castle gates, and past the huge Boletarian Castle gates lies the Cliff Pathway, now a feeding ground for dragons, which leads to the Inner Ward where the knights live. And as you can see, we appear just inside the front gates, where we defeated the Phalanx. That is how these work. There are no other checkpoints in the game. No equivalent of in-section bonfires, or in-area bonfires, however you want to put it. There are shortcuts in Demon Souls, but not a hell of a lot of them. That is one of the things that I think makes this the hardest of the lot. Alright, in this area here we have a few leftover hoplites. And I will put them away because A, we need souls, and B, we need more upgrade materials. Which they are not super generous about dropping, but they can, as we saw during the Phalanx fight. No luck so far, though. Oh, thought this guy would let me around, but no. We'll pick up that item in a moment. Oh, hello. Ooh. You know, even in my last playthrough, I could remember where these folks were pretty well. Today, not so much. Well, my third playthrough, this wasn't super long ago, but it wasn't extremely close either. So, some of that's gonna happen. Alright, do I have another way up behind this guy? I want to say there is. Ah, yes, stairs, right over there. They don't have the best turning speed. A splinter of hardstone, excellent. We will need lots and lots of that. Throwing knives can be handy. Not as handy as in some Souls games, but handy enough for me to put them in the equipment loadout here. Oh, are they under weapon? Oh, no, that's not what I want. They should be here. I think. Oh, there they are. I'm blind. A knife altered for throwing, as the name implies. Throw it to attack. Also a very sensible course of action. Lightly equipped knights often carried these as a backup weapon, as shall we. I might as well look at the flavor text for these. The white shadow of all eye stones suppresses the summoning of phantoms. By using this, you can banish a summoned phantom to their original world. As a summoned phantom, you can use this to return from the other world to your original world. So, the thing to stop co-oping. And the blue eye stone lets you pull out a soul sign. Soul signs send you to the diffused otherworld and summon a phantom. If you help the summoned person and defeat the demon in the other world, you can regain your rejuvenated physical body. So, much as in other Soulses, if you need to be revived, a good way of doing that is to do some co-op. An option that will, alas, not be open to us. And our new ring from Thomas. A ring that Stockpile Thomas once picked up off of the street. Possible carryable weight increases. So, doesn't improve your equipment carryability, just the inventory one. But that, in itself, can be very valuable, because there are going to be some instances where you want to bring something heavy back to the Nexus, but it's a little too heavy to actually pick up. Under normal circumstances, that is. I am hearing what I think is another hoplite, and I'm not sure where it is. A little extra grass, we certainly need that after all I went through last episode. Where the hell are you, dude? I really should know this. In any case, I want to be rid of him. Not that he's particularly impeding our progress at the present, but I'm always hoping for those good item drops. They can also drop Sharpstone, by the way, which is used to upgrade weapons along the normal path. Yep, there you are. There are, in fact, different upgrade items for armor and weaponry, which complicates life a good bit compared to other Soulses. But that's just the beginning of it. There are separate upgrade materials for all of the many weapon paths you can upgrade along. So, a shit ton, in other words. It was quite the mercy that this was simplified a great deal in future games. I know what that sound is. The burnt corpse is kind of suggested too. Yikes. Expected, but still always kind of intimidating. I want to figure out exactly where he starts his run. We can go a little way further. Gotta be somewhat careful about this, because, as you might expect, Dragonfire is gonna be a one-hit kill. I think with some vitality upgrades... Oh, balls. Hey, I actually lived. Not bad. Made a liar out of myself, but in a way I can live with. So, the item there is just a little too far forward. What the shit? Okay. The hitbox on that is rather more generous than I remembered. Okay. As soon as the next pass goes by... What, you're done? I know you're not done. There we go. Come on, do your thing. There we are. And now we run. Taking the goodies, as you can see, presents a bit of a risk because it does take you a moment or two to pick up items, but it looks like we'll make it. And so we did. Alright, believe I am looking at a shield person here. No, don't lock onto the dragon. Poking from behind your own shield, as I... Oh, they can heal, forgot that. So I was saying, as I kind of forgot about last episode, poking from behind your own shield can be of considerable value against the shield guys. That took off quite a bit of stamina, in part because my current shield is not very good, and in part because the axe guys knock a good bit off regardless. Whew! Nearly overdid it there. I did not appreciate that. Hey, wooden catalyst. And I don't believe it's as good as the one we started out with. We can go down a little further here, instead of proceeding straight down the path. Don't actually remember what's down here, so let's find out. Because I do not remember this thing, that is why I'm keeping my shield up. I just heard something. Oh, hi. Surprise Dregling! Not taking my own advice about checking corners. I'm a bad un. I observe that I am still playing kind of badly today. Once again, I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne, which quite possibly... Oh, you bastard! Whole nest of you guys. Once they get into the woodwork, they're very hard to root out. This is another situation in which it's very handy to be able to poke from behind the shield. Because the other fellows are going to try and pincushion you while you're taking out one of their buddies. Okay, jerkass. Holy smokes. It's not much, but I am taking some chip damage here because the buckler is not a full physical block. Alright, who's next? Man, that's a lot of shooters. Oh, hey. Ostrava. I was wondering where you were.
Thank you. That makes twice. Thanks to you, I can now forge ahead. This is a token of my gratitude. Please accept it.
Oh, a very nice grass. Don't mind if I do. You're a good bud there, Ostrava. Oh, and I remember now. I should have gone down here from the hoplite room and gotten that bit of treasure on the body there. In addition to getting whatever that is, it would mean that I could talk to Ostrava from behind the gate, and he would ask for help, because he would be pinned in here by a bunch of crossbow dudes. So I did miss that little bit of dialogue. But it is not a huge loss. Bolts. Can't do anything useful with those at this point in my life. And our man Ostrava is just going to pace around down here through this corridor, I believe. That's good, because it helps him stay out of trouble.
This is bad. Not a single person left. Why on earth? How did all of this happen? Father!
Who's your pop?
This is bad. How did all...
Oh, didn't mean to hit the consumable item button there. I think I'm going to take a look down the main path before I go poking further along this one. Where were the stairs? No, clearly not that far. Nope, I'm wrong. It is this far. Checking out the tower, huh? I don't blame you. Good view from here. Oh, as for that one treasure that I left on the other side of the gate, I am just going to pick that up whenever I next hit the Nexus, because running down this path against the dragon, not a good idea. Oh, and speaking of the dragon, if you're very, very, very patient with the fragrant ring, you can actually kill the dragon here just by aiming at it manually and firing soul arrows at it over and over again. This takes a ridiculous amount of time, though, and I cannot be arsed. Certainly it's nice to have the dragon out of the way, but maybe not that nice. Now that I'm here, he's going to start his runs on this part of the main path. Eventually. Well, right decent of him to thin out the foes. While he's busy over there, I'm gonna yoink this real quick. And that's good because I need some more base healing grass. Don't want to use up all the good stuff. Now, I vaguely remember this wagon being a point of interest. I think this is where he starts his run, and where the hitbox actually shows up. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. Alright, so that path we're going to take eventually, but I'm not feeling that froggy right this second. So we'll see what's down here in the underground. I hear barking, and that concerns me. Dogs in Souls games are never fun. This is no exception. Then we're going to proceed forward very slowly and carefully with shield raised. Check our corners. Come on, I hear ya. Oh, another corner draggling. Had my mind so focused on one threat, I almost ignored another. It is nice that they give you a little audio cue of what lies ahead. Not you, I'm not talking about you. There we go. Ooh, guard broken. But this, you will probably not be surprised to learn, is another place where I thank my lucky stars I can poke from behind a shield. Oh. Because, just like any other Souls dogs, they are fast. And they can potentially stunlock you when there are 3 of them like that. I think that 3 is the entire complement of them. Well, we will... Oh! Made a liar out of me immediately. And as you see there, we can take them out a little bit faster without poking from behind the shield, just because we can attack faster. But when there are multiples, I prefer to avoid that. I mean, it's manageable, because not every class has a starting weapon that can poke from behind a shield. But it makes life quite a bit easier and quite a bit less risky. More basic grass. Good. I used up so many of those in the last episode, I am really badly depleted. Oh, hey, it's our buddy again.
Ah, we meet again. Fancy that. Hope you find something that suits you.
Okay, we can pick up Crescent Moon grass here. Don't think I'm going to spend on it right this second, but good to know. No good shields. I think his inventory is different here because I recall him, not from this LP, but from previous playthroughs, that he has a pretty decent shield in the other one. Other location, that is, albeit expensive. Oh well. I don't have enough souls to afford it if it were here right now anyway.
It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it. But hell, at least the demons don't send us to our deaths in battle.
Alright, same old from the Dregling. Even if his inventory is different here, his conversations are not.
Hard times, eh? I'm sure you'll turn things around.
Thanks. For a typically common enemy type, you're really quite pleasant. That is all we can do along this path branch. So we're going to have to brave the Dragon Bridge again. And it is more dangerous to do so this time, because he has a longer run. Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't. I just came up on the other side. Pay no attention to me. I'm clueless. And that's why, against multiple shooters, we keep our shield up and we poke from behind it. Because they can kind of gangbang you. Even the chip damage there is... Lock on. Help me out here, thank you. Even the chip damage there, as I was saying, is a little more than I'm happy to have taken. There we go. 3 grass. Aren't you generous? Man, y'all were trying that trick on me in the first area. Didn't do you any good there, and it won't now. Now this is where I was thinking of. We do not have an alternate path here. We absolutely must brave the Dragon Bridge. Let's see where he starts his run. A little bit further up. The hitbox can be deceptive, as we saw not too long ago, but I think I can start a little further up than I was a moment ago. Please don't hit me. Okay, great. And now we haul every kind of ass. Will we make it? It's gonna be close. We made it! Excellent. Oh, jeez. Once again, I am happy for those low-end grasses. Oh, darn it, I was hoping to get rid of these guys before I pulled the Blue-Eye Knight. Doesn't appear that's in the cards, and oh yes, we have... You know what? People were saying in the comments on the last video that I should make more use of my magic, especially since I sacrificed so much in the way of stats to get a character with some decent starting magic. I should take that advice. Okay. Lock off, please, thank you. We're getting rid of you. We're getting the hell out of the way from you. Oh, I pulled them both! Shit! Yeah, Soul Arrow would be a really good idea at this point. Also, factoring in the fact that using magic kind of drops my defenses, that would be a good idea too. I'm gonna pop back to the Nexus real quick and see if Ostrava's there yet. There he is. Okay, it did take 2 rescues. That's not to say he won't inexplicably disappear later, because, again, that is the thing he does. He's a little bit bugged. But at least for now, he's still in the game.
At its peak, Boletaria was a grand kingdom. The king, his knights, and his subjects were modest and plain, but also steadfast and compassionate. In the distant southern kingdom, Boletaria was known as paradise on earth. But look at what has become of us now. I refuse to believe that this is what Father wished for our great land. Here in Boletaria, we speak of the legend of the 2 swords and the last hero. The 2 swords are Demonbrand and Soulbrand. One sword banishes that which befouls man, and the other banishes man himself. The last hero is old King Doran. King Doran is the Everlasting One, founder of Boletaria and protector of the 2 swords. Of course, only according to legend. But in the dark state of our land, legends are all we can depend upon.
The 2 swords, the last hero? These aren't things we're ever gonna encounter, are they? Of course not.
But in the dark state of...
Okay, that's all we're getting from him for now.
You've gone and died, have you?
If you die here in Boletaria, your soul is returned to the Nexus.
Well, what'll you do next? Going to just give up? That's what I did. I think I just lost my nerve for this kind of thing.
There's our confirmation that Crestfallen here just didn't want to die no more, so he's just chilling in the Nexus.
What's happened? No matter. At least...
Oh, that was actually a different dialogue.
What's happened? Have you lost your nerve? No matter. Have a seat. We can sit here forever. At least we will be safe.
Safe, yes, but bored out of our skull. I mean, they don't even have a foosball table in here. Alright, we actually made pretty good time getting through all that, even if it didn't work out in the end. So, what I'm gonna do, unless something really interesting happens, is cut out the run up to that place where I died, and take another crack at it, because we really weren't all that far off from the boss, and if I could complete another area in this episode, that would be dandy. This is what the treasure was on the other side of that gate. Nothing exciting, but free souls. Oh, and I did get another splinter of hardstone from the hoplites here, and I got a large sliver of sharpstone, which is a rare drop. That's the next level up of upgrade items. Alright, the other treasure down here, on the other end of the Dragon Bridge. I had enough time to pick that up this time, and it is something I really like. A winged spear. I had forgotten that you could get this so early, except from a rare drop. Let's see, do we have the stats? 13 strength, 12 agility. Do we have that? Dexterity, I should say. And we have exactly enough of that. And so, on it goes. This may well end up being my bread and butter weapon for the entire game. Oh, Ostrava. You just can't keep out of trouble, can you? But I'm glad you haven't disappeared.
What on earth are you doing? Please! You must not! I thought we were allies!
Well, don't get between me and the axe guy, then. Okay, let's try and... Okay. We messed up a bit there, but let's see if we can handle the Blue Knight situation a little more smartly this time. We are going to pull them one at a time with Soul Arrow, which does a hearty amount of damage to them. Alright, I believe the spear will be sufficient to finish that off. Slightly better grasp, bless you, because I've run out of all my crescent again. Oh, there's my soul pile, I was wondering. Okay, you. Ah! Okay. Got anyone else in here? Looks clean. Now, I believe there will be something a little bit special if I run up here. Ah, there we are. A crystal gecko. As with most Souls games, this one has upgrade material pinatas. The crystal geckos are those for this game. Also, they only have a limited number of spawns, which I believe is determined by bosses defeated, so eventually if you keep missing them, they'll be gone forever. Again, Demon Souls is particularly harsh. Ah, the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. That is the item that can restore you to body form. Some basic consumables up here, nothing that's super helpful to us right now. Oh, why did I do that? Thankfully the wagon was there to break my fall. We'll have to check this out later. For now, however, I am going to tempt fate by taking on the second boss, which is not the best idea in the world when I'm sitting on this many souls, but I don't want to scoot all the way back to the Nexus, and I think I have a passable chance of winning this fight. He's a hell of a lot more dangerous than Phalanx, but more or less predictable. His hitboxes can be a little weird, much like the Dragonfire, but he's pretty predictable. We'll cross fingers. I know that this guy I could beat consistently once upon a time, but between the little bit of rust and the recording luck I'm having, I'm not so sure about this time. Oh dear. Tower Knight certainly is towering. First thing we're gonna do is get up the stairs here and take out all the crossbowmen. Just taking on Mr. Tower while being shot at from all directions is an extremely bad idea. In fact, I can scarcely think of worse ideas. Oh dear. His aim with the light spears, which is his only means of attacking you when you're up here, he generally doesn't aim them very well, and a lot of times they'll impact harmlessly on the walls. Because nothing can go right for me this playthrough, that didn't happen. Fortunately, not quite enough to one-shot me. See, when you're actually up in the sniper positions here, even though the blast seems like it's going through the wall, it does not. You will not take the hit. No one else on this side? No. And that means we can take out the boys up top. Wait a minute, how do I get at those? Bear with me. Once again, folks, I must truly beg your pardon. I really am having unusual amounts of trouble with matters of basic memory and competence. Okay, no more dudes up there, no more dudes on either side. We're good. Let's get ourselves smashed, because there's an excellent chance of that happening. Tower Knight's main threat lies in his smashing you with his giant shield. And that's what I'm talking about when I say the hitboxes are wacky. His shield often hits a lot farther in various directions than it seems like it ought to. Even further than that big AoE thing you saw there. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, got away, thank goodness. Now what we have to do is take out his feet while minding the stomps and the backsteps. This is actually going passable so far. Those backsteps, he can pull those out quickly. Those are surprisingly dangerous. Okay, we can still target that foot, so that means it's not completely done. Oh, there's that back step. Okay, we heal quickly. We get the hell out of the way. We thank our lucky stars the hitbox didn't fuck with us. And he can stab. It generally seems he prefers to shield you to death, but the weapon is not entirely for show. Oh, backstep. He gets that with me more than anything else. Oh dear. Should've broke lock on, but I'm taking hits better than I thought I could. Lots of chip damage there. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, we're not getting hit with that. Okay, we can no longer lock onto the damaged foot. So that means that one's done with. Now we just have to take care of the other one. There's another move of his, the shield thrust. Oh god. Oh god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Oh, that was scary. Okay, you get over there, let me go behind you. Okay, didn't need the backstep. I'm always happy when that happens. Oh, he whiffed. That has a big sweep. It's kind of a surprise when he misses it when you're actually in its path. But I'm gonna take it. Ah, I hate that. Fortunately, the shield smash is quite slow, unlike the backstep. Well, what are you doing there, buddy? Look out! Oh! I'm alive? Holy shit! Do something, give me a heal opportunity. Thank you. No! That started out quite promisingly. I'm not letting that one go. There were a lot of souls in that pile. Hey, a bow and arrows. Compound bow's a decent one, too. I completely forgot they were up here. Lizard again. I believe there's a second instance of him because we did kill a boss earlier. If I recall correctly, that's how it works, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Speaking of large splinters, the hoplites this run were unusually generous about them. I ain't knocking it. Okay, back at the Tower Knigget. Sniper support team is down. We're about ready to take another crack at this. Something did occur to me. I am not at all sure what his fire defense is like. Turpentine might help. Let's find out. No, you don't. Alright, do your big move. Do your big move, and I'm getting the fuck away from it. Oh, there's that hitbox I was telling you about. Look out! Okay, cool deal. Now do it again. What the? How did that hit me? Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Okay, plan C. I should have enough sharpstone now to put a +1 on this spear, which I don't imagine is a make-or-break kind of thing, but it can't hurt.
It's intrigued with yours.
just enough. And just enough souls, too. Okay, we got some good grass. We're two-handing. This has got to be it, right? Come on, try... Oh, no, don't try that. It's gonna make me die. Try something I can punish, please. That'll do. Okay, cannot get greedy. We give him a couple whacks, we get out, and hope we get out fast enough. Oh shit. Oh man, I thought I was dead there. I thought I was dead for sure. Okay, I think that foot is done. No, not quite. Not quite spraying the way I needed to. Oh, okay. I'm happy I made that dodge. We're doing the big smash. Okay, that foot down, right? I think so. Alright, sir, would you kindly get away from the wall? Whew. Alright, buddy, give me the big smash and let it not hit me. Okay, you can spear too if that's what you want to do. That's what I wanted. You want to get away when both feet are down because he will fall on you and it will hurt. And now we go after the head, which does much, much more damage. We are probably going to need another cycle. We might need a third cycle, in fact. But so far, so good. Okay, friendo. Good news is, his feet don't fully recover, so now I'll be able to break them a little easier. Smashy, smashy. Ooh. Stabby, stabby. Run! Okay. I don't know if I roll dodged that or I was just lucky about the hitbox. Either way, I accept. Oh, that foot's already down. Okay, cool. Damn it. But I like the big shield smash. It is by far his deadliest attack, but it's also the easiest one to punish. Okay, good deal, good deal. Can't reach his head. Come on now. Okay, that was shitty. That sucked. Hopefully he'll get a little bit more away from the wall and give us more opportunities. Oh, caught on him. Okay, not the easiest punish, but I'll take whatever I can. Ooh! Okay, that foot is down. No, it isn't. Oh wow, you went down real easy that time. Fell on me a little bit too, but I lived, that's the important thing. Can I get some shots at his head this time? The answer is yes, and I'm happy for it. Okay, we're making some good progress on his health here. just can't screw it up now. Whew, thought I was going to take some damage from that. Okay, down again, and this time we should be able to pull it off. That is enough out of you, Tower Knight. This has been a long time coming. I had to edit out so many attempts. But the good news is I got my soul pile back every time, and now I will have an absolute shit ton of them. Better Nathan than liver. Now I'm just going to show you something real quick. Should be a message saying that we cannot advance right now. Huh. I thought it gave a message for that, and I don't think I'm misremembering. Ah well. Anyway, the issue here is once you defeat the Tower Knight, you cannot go onto the third section of Boletarian Palace until you have cleared out another Archstone. They don't want you to take this one all at one crack without dipping into the other Archstones, for reasons you will see later. We got the Iron Demon's Soul, which we will be able to make good use of later. For now, however, we are just going to invest our well-earned spoils.
I can forge...
Not need a little more Sharpstone for another spear upgrade. And I am not upgrading this shield because it sucks. We will save the Hardstone for when I get a good one. How's my grass situation? Could be worse. I used a lot of Half Moon, but what can you do? I'm sure we'll replenish it later. You got anything new to say?
Well, you found yourself a demon soul, did you? I'm impressed. Yes, indeed I am. Stay the path, and you will soon be a monster yourself. Can't you see you've fallen for their trap?
Well, being a monster, becoming a monster, is something we kinda sorta want to do, so that the old one will think we're a fresh demon and let us in and hopefully take it out.
Have you seen my corporeal flesh? Has my body gone rotten?
Nothing that looked like you. A lot of corpses, but nothing that looked like you. I'll keep an eye out.
I'm sorry. Please leave me alone. Who are you? I don't remember anything.
Huh. Perhaps staying in the Nexus for a prolonged period is not the best thing for your health. Alright, he's done for now. Tommy boy.
Yours. I was worried. We are indebted to you, for you fight on our behalf.
Well, you're a pretty huge help yourself, buddy. And now, for the leveling.
Thou seekest soul power, then touch the soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Alright, we have all the strength we're ever going to need, unless I decide to go with strength weapons at some point. I don't really think we need dexterity right now. It's not terrible, because we start with a reasonable amount as a royal. So, yeah, I'm just going to split mine between vitality and endurance, which I clearly need given the way I'm playing this run. I swear I'm not usually this bad. It's gotta get better.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
I will do my best. Ostrava, anything new on your mind?
King Alant led Boletaria with a round table of brave knights. The royal twin Fangs, Valafax and Bjor. Alfred, the Knight of the Tower. Metas, the Knight of the Lance. And the brave tribesman Longbow Ulan and his fearsome legions. But today, Boletaria is an abysmal mess. Valafax was lost, and Bjor slipped through the fissure, never to be heard from again. All the rest, along with Boletaria, have been devoured by the fog, and will soon be prey to the demons. The Boletarian knights are no longer. But perhaps our age will see the rise of new heroes, such as yourself.
Well, I'm flattered, Ostrava, buddy. I hope I can live up to that. Also, those knights you just named? I think we might have just killed Alfred. Yeah, we won't share that with him.
But perhaps our...
Alright then. All that is left for us is to throw ourselves... I think I need the next larb. All that remains is to throw ourselves from a sufficiently great height. Perfect. Oh! Something's missing here. Can you tell what, kids? That's right, Crestfallen is gone. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep, hanging around the Nexus all your time in soul form really isn't good for you. You gotta go out there and collect more souls no matter how much you don't want to. Well, on the bright side, we did get a pretty good consumable soul out of him. The traditional soldier's soul is a different localization from the Atlas one. I believe they're called storied soldier souls in the official US and such version. Which makes more sense, really. Okay. I think that will do. The whole Tower Knight thing went really badly, but at least I can cut most of that out. The rest of the levels didn't go terribly well either. But, well, again, we got nowhere to go but up. And I really swear I'm not usually this bad. Whatever the case, it has been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for watching. This is Unsalad, signing off. Today's Smashing Day Out has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Megasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, Dodecalope, Patrick Bellinger, Jerogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Bio the Hedge Fox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, Electric Keat, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, Alex Beyer, Yuga Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, McCaffrey Crandall, Mystery Accent, Lakota, Meiyan Ling, Renaman, and other towering patrons. As always, I really appreciate your support. I just replaced a mattress, direly in need of it, and without your help that would have been a big hit. So you can credit yourselves with an assist on my sleepy times. We've got a few new patrons coming in, and I thank you as well. I update this list monthly, so you'll be in on the next episode. Thank you very much for signing up. And, of course, subscribers, commenters, and everyone out there in Viewerland, I haven't forgotten you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. I hope you have a good week lying ahead, and I'll see you next time.